Divorce Support Anonymous, stepping into your life space for just a few moments, bringing you a series through the month of December, a little bit of Christmas, and how not to let the Grinch of divorce steal Christmas or the rest of the year for that matter. I want to talk today about just a couple thoughts that I hope are going to be helpful to you. And of course, a couple of announcements. Join us for a free webinar on January 4th, 7 o'clock. We are going to introduce and talk about life coaching after divorce, which begins on January 11th. If you are in the midst and the beginning of the divorce process, you need a support group. And that is going to begin on January 10th. So connect with me, get a registration form, and we will start that healing that you need. And if not the healing, and you are beyond the divorce and now you're ready to start a new life, but you don't know how, and you're asking, what now? That's what life coaching is going to be about. We're going to spend 10 weeks together online, and we're going to look at every aspect of your life to give you some tools and techniques and to help you restore a vision for your life. I'm very excited and would be thrilled and honored to have you. Thank you to all of those of you who have been with me for the last 29 days. I've had some very kind comments and I appreciate you. And also, I'd love to hear from you. If there have been things that have been of help, would love to know that. I don't want to feel like I'm just speaking to a camera in an empty room. I want to know that I truly have made a difference and hopefully helped you, maybe even just shifted a little bit your mindset and thoughts. I would be delighted and honored if that was the case. So tonight I want to talk about, are you ready to let it go? Are you ready to let go? What am I talking about? The question is, what are you holding on to? What are those things that you are stubbornly holding on to? And they could be a number of things. They could be blame, shame, guilt. They could be wanting revenge. They could be the injustice. You could even be holding on to the belief that this marriage is going to be restored when all the facts say otherwise. So all of us are holding on to some things that are not healthy for us and that really need to go. And the end of this year is a really good time to let it go so you can embrace what's coming up. Because a couple of quotes here that I think are really helpful. You can't receive anything if your hands are full. And this quote has been attributed to many people, Oprah Winfrey and other folks, but it's very true. You cannot hold on and receive things if your hands are full. If you are stubbornly holding on and clutching on to that which you believe is serving you and is only hurting you. So I want you to receive. I want you to receive good things in the year 2023. And to do that, you've got to open your hands and you've got to let go of that which you were holding on to too tightly, that is not serving you any longer and is not helping you. It's only putting off the healing and putting off living and creating a beautiful life for 2023 and beyond. Another similar quote, Louise Smith, you can't reach for anything new if your hands are still full of yesterday's junk. So true. So one thing we love about the new year is we think, okay, the slate's clean. Now I can begin. I can begin doing things better or doing things focused or doing things that are healthy for my mind, body, and spirit. So what is that junk that you need to get rid of? Let's let it go so you can reach for the new once more. So what do you want for the year 2023? And we're going to talk about that the next couple of days as we end out this year. So we've got 2 more days of December is all. So we're going to discuss that. But before we really discover those things that we want, I love this quote and realizing the temporary life that we hold. Corrie ten Boom, who's one of my heroes, she wrote The Hiding Place. She's an amazing, one of my heroes, my true heroes, true godly hero. If you haven't read her book, you've got some downtime, read her book. It's phenomenal for everyone, not just those who have went through the experience of a concentration camp. But she states, and she would know because she lost everything. Her and her sister were put into a concentration camp. Her sister never came out. She did. She spent her entire life after that promoting the gospel and talking about how God's graciousness had carried her through. Phenomenal story. Many of us will say, "What? You saw God in all of this?" But indeed, she did. And it's possible in all circumstances that we can see the hand of God moving. But she states, "I've learned to hold things loosely so God will not have to pry them out of my hands." Those things in life that we are holding on to could be material things, could be other things that we are never meant to keep, that are there for a season or a time. And God wants to pry things out of our hands because he wants our hands to be able to receive that which is better than what you or I could even dream of. So what do you need to let go of? What are those things? What are those things you're holding on to that you need to let go of so your hands can receive the good things that God has in store for you for 2023? Quick verse, Ecclesiastes. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. So now, as this year ends, as we are quickly ramping up to the end of the year, with all of your gusto and all of your heart, release the things you need to be letting go of and open your hands to receive the good things that God wants for you. I promise you they are better than what you could imagine. You must open your hands to receive. To do that, you must let go of that which you are clinging tightly to that is not serving you well and is actually hurting you. I hope these thoughts have been of help. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma of divorce and this Christmas season.